I become a little too shy for love? I've been hurt before, all's fair in love and war. So I snuggle up close to the shell I'm living in, and if I let you in, another round begins. No, I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side.
Should I be scared? The feeling's so different now. You got me floating here, a feather in the air. Oh, but when the wind blows, will I tumble or sail away? Or would you have me stay? And what if I escape? I know
I'm spinning in a vicious cycle. I'm scared of doing something I'll regret. Maybe this is right, but I'm still staring at your silhouette. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side, by your side. I'm not afraid. We found something that'll never fade. We can be ourselves and figure out the rest along the way. What if you're everything I need? A fire in my heart, the air I breathe. What if I'm incomplete without you by my side? What if I go against my heart instead of confessing from the start? What if I miss out on the life meant for us? I need you by my side. I need you by my side. I need you by my side. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? But even living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. Poco no mirai wa, dare ni mo wa.
Good morning, coffee beans. I hope you guys are having a nice cup of tea or a nice cup of coffee, because me, it's water this morning. Why? Well, as soon as this stream is over with this morning, I have to make the big 2-hour trek to go see my rheumatoid arthritis specialist. So, yeah, I have to go every 3 months to go see him. He always draws like a ton of blood, and anyway, it is what it is, right? So it is what it is. So anyway, no, I need to go here. Okay, here. So let's just get into it. Let's get into the show. We're gonna go right into it. Boom. So yesterday, we had I think a pretty good little pop-up stream. Had a lot of the coffee beans out there. Was going over this whole latest turn of events in the Quantum TV saga. And anyway, later that afternoon, I opened up and had an email from Team YouTube saying that there had been a privacy complaint filed against the video. So I went and I looked, and there was the timestamp that was given. There was something there that I had, I guess, overlooked, or I didn't see, because it was kind of a last minute thing that was given to me. It was the actual police report or police write-up, and there was some information on there. I went into the video and blurred it. So hopefully YouTube will be gracious and let the video stand. We'll see. If not, and they take it down, I'll edit the video and re-upload it. So it's hand in disguise. Yeah. But anyway, so I don't know so much if I wouldn't necessarily call this like an illegal thing, or what do you want to call it, like a fake or what have you. There was some legitimacy. I could even argue, and I think I could argue it well, that since it is a police report, it is public record. But the decent common decency thing to do there is to, be, I guess, extend some grace to not to him. I really don't care one iota about Quantum himself, but he does have, family that lives at the house and stuff as well. And so I don't want to put that out there. That was my bad. It was not intentional. And so I own the mistake. I've edited the video. And so I think in the long run, I'll probably be okay. I hope, anyway. So moving along this morning, we kind of covered this on DeadOnDave show a little bit. Starting Sunday, we covered it Sunday. We did an update to it yesterday. There was a big boxing match that occurred down in New Orleans over the weekend. Nate Diaz got into an altercation at the event itself. Later on, it looked like a big kind of a street brawl that kind of broke out there in, New Orleans. I don't know exactly where at, but it's somewhere there in the city. And anyway, the Logan Paul lookalike, he's been on Logan Paul's podcast and everything, was there. Nate Diaz wound up in a confrontation with him, choked him out. The gentleman, when Nate released him, fell backwards and conked his head, split it, cracked his head open. He, was bleeding and stuff. Jake Paul and Nate Diaz was supposed to be boxing in an upcoming event. However, it was released out yesterday that the New Orleans police has a arrest warrant out for Nate Diaz. So, with that latest, new things, it was what we had, last night. We did an update on Dave's show, but this morning, excuse me, after the show, Dextro put out this Jake Paul's KSI put out a tweet, said, well, if that means Jake won't have an opponent in August, which is when Jake and Nate Diaz were supposed to be boxing, then I'll gladly come as the replacement after I KO Joe Fournier, I think that's how you say it, in May. Jake Paul says, great, I accept you as the backup opponent. Fight is at 185. There are no rehydration clauses. Stay in shape and we will give you a call if needed. Thanks, buddy, for being so humble and committed. All right. So Jake Paul and KSI tentatively agree that if Nate Diaz cannot make this boxing event in August due to these legal hassle, there's legal problems he's got himself in. I guess not a hassle, legal problems, right? That he's got himself in. That, KSI says, hey, I'll step in. Nate Diaz, not to be outdone, puts out a tweet, says, LOL, why don't you scared pussies just fight each other in August? I'll fight someone who can really fight. So, Nate Diaz is putting it on that this is all because, they're afraid to fight, or that Jake Paul's afraid to fight Nate Diaz. I guess totally trying to downplay the fact that he is facing, some potentially serious legal issues. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But irrespective, looks like in August, those who are Jake Paul fans will see a boxing match, be it against Nate Diaz or be it against KSI. So enough of the sports stuff, because whatever. I'm kind of like Zali. Yay, sports. Anyway, I did come across this. Any of you guys who are, Sonic the Hedgehog fans, I think maybe you guys might get a little kick out of this. Evidently, they've got a new Sonic the Hedgehog game that's coming out. Here we go. There's some gameplay. So I don't know what you guys, we love Sonic Josh. Sonic, yeah. They've got a new game out there, Max. I don't know if you've seen this. Maybe you could get in on this, So I thought that was kind of funny. I thought that was kind of cool. I can remember, I think one of my sons played, the graphics are unreal. They really are. And he didn't have blue hair. That was kind of weird. It was kind of grayish. Maybe this is an old version. Maybe Sonic has grown up and he's kind of trying to be, instead of blue, he's going to be gray, kind of like yours truly. So who we got in chat this morning? Let's see here. We got Beth Ann. We got Joy Westside, D-Max, Liana, Asmo, Abby, Maggot, and Trippy Savage. Who else? Pickleton. Okay. I guess that's it. We got a small chat this morning, but that's okay. We have a small little intimate chat. That's all right. So Black Rose. Okay. Welcome to the party, Black Rose. We, had a little excitement here in my home state. Says police bust into Arkansas family's home, arrest dad for piercing son's ear in viral video. So here we go. So according to authorities, a man in Arkansas has been arrested for allegedly piercing his teenage son's ear, violating state laws regarding body art. Jeremy Sherlin was taken into custody by police on charges of endangering a minor, performing a body piercing on a minor under 16, and resisting arrest. Looks like this is where they came in to arrest him, and he was not having none of it. It says here, this is from the city of Tontitown, in Tontitown, Arkansas. The press release says on April 20th, 2023, the Tontitown Police Department was contacted by a Springdale Police School resource officer in reference to conducting a welfare concern on a juvenile male who resides in Tontitown. The SPD SRO stated a male juvenile went to school with a piercing in his left ear. While sitting in class talking with other students, a teacher present, the juvenile male, stated his dad was drunk, put him in a chokehold, and shoved the piercing in his ear. Tontitown officers responded to the residence and contacted a male identified as Jeremy Sherland, the father of the juvenile male. Officers explained the reason for their presence and asked Jeremy about the incident. Jeremy admitted to piercing his son's ear. Officers attempted to investigate the alleged crime further, but Jeremy refused to allow officers to speak with his son and refused to answer questions. At this time, officers left the residence without incident. Tontitown officers contacted the Washington County Prosecutor's Office to discuss the incident pursuant to Arkansas Law, Health and Welfare, Chapter 7, Subchapter 15, body piercing, branding, and tattooing. A person shall not perform body art on a person under 16 years of age, regardless of parental consent. It is unlawful to perform body art on any in any unlicensed facility. Violation of this law is a Class D felony. Additional charges: endangering the welfare of a minor, third refusal to submit to arrest, and obstructing governmental operations. So, the incident came to light when the suspect's son told his classmates that he had his ear pierced when his father was drunk and holding him in a chokehold. When the police first visited Sherland's home, he refused to speak with him. However, after discussing the matter with Washington County prosecutors, the officers returned and arrested him. The video of the incident showed 4 officers forcibly entering the home and handcuffing the man. Do you guys want to watch the video? Here we go. Let's get this in.
What are y'all doing?
What is going on? Why is it?
For what?
You're a body piercing, okay?
In your home.
He was
not unlawful.
Body art without a license.
Guys, chill.
Well, there you go. Well, guys, here in Arkansas, we don't play. If you get drunk one night and decide to pierce your son's ear, let me just tell you, that's it. Your ass is going to the clink. Period. No if, no ands, and no earrings. Good gracious sakes alive. So this next little thing, I don't know whether to be flattered. I don't know whether to be, I guess, concerned or to be upset. So yesterday, or I guess not, I don't know how exactly the turn of events. I'd posted the other day about, trying to get to 700 subs, right? And you can see here, of course, we hit 700 subs yesterday on the stream, thanks to you guys, my coffee beans, always promoting, always encouraging, and I appreciate that. And so we hit 700 subs. Well, Slug slides in here underneath my original post, said, at 700, we get the, I don't know what that is, Riverter thirst traps from when he was in his prime. We all know he was a lady killer. So Slug, and I was like, okay, fine, Slug. And then Slug tweeted out yesterday or something, whatever, reminded me of this thing. It's like, whatever. You want to see younger pictures of me? I don't care. For crying out loud, I've showed pictures, when I was dressed in drag. Right. So there was a picture. This was from like 96. I think this was this was like a wedding or something I was going to, somebody's wedding. So at this point, let's see, I graduated in 87. I was 18. So this is 96. So I'd been like 20 something. I was like 20 something on this thing, right? So whatever. I don't know. Handsome, not handsome. You know, it's just me, but I just don't have no gray hair and a lot less wrinkles. That's it. Same thing, right? Max, being the funny guy he is, takes the picture and imposes or suppose whatever you call it, superimposes whatever on the dadgum golden eye. Now, here's the thing. I love that game, and I played it on my N64. I had it. I loved it. Great game. Awesome game. Loved GoldenEye. Used to play the 1v1 and stuff, you know, multiplayer with my kids all the time. It was cool. And you know, it was a good deal. Loved it. So I don't know, guys. Should we be okay with the fact that he defaced this wonderful game with my mug, or should we just think that, yeah, it looks pretty good, and it just, you know, that's how they should have done the box to begin with? I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys, right? Yeah, whatever. So this was on my timeline this morning. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what's going on here. There's a bunch of deleted tweets. Mitch is involved saying, you know, what the hell happened here? Liana's telling Clancy to please calm down. And she goes on to, I guess this is Clancy goes, says, you're closing in on tweet from Matt Pitt. Ask if you want to come on Now Recording to discuss your breakup with Bunk. So I guess Clancy and Bunk have kind of parted ways. And then Jessica Pizzo. I don't know what this is. But guys, look at this. What the hell? We can't see it. So like, even if I open this up in a new tab, boom, right? I click it's blurry. Jessica, seriously? Is this what they call A-logging? Is that A-logging? And Liana says, damn, Jessica, private investigator. I don't look. Whew. I don't know. Evidently, though, I guess Matt Pitt has invited Clancy and Bunk to come on. I guess he's going to play Love Doctor, and he's going to try to get maybe to the root of it. I don't know. That just sounds like such a lovely time. I mean, right in the middle of a couple that's fighting and breaking up. That's where I'd want to be. Yes, because that's good quality entertainment. No, Max, you just want to play doctor, period. You just can't find someone to play the patient for you. That's all. You kinky little devil, you. All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. How much time we got? We got 30 minutes. This is great. I'm right on time. I'm right on schedule. Okay, so the Creator Clash 2 has come and gone. We've had all the back and forth. You have plenty of patience. No, you don't. No, you don't, Max. No, you don't. You may have to lie to other people, but you don't have to lie to me. We're friends. And friends do not lie to friends. But anyway, so Creator Clash has come and gone, right? It's over and done with. People had some fun. A little bit of money was raised for charity. Creators got a little bit of money in their pocket. Idub was cucked even harder. Was shown that his wife literally has him by the cojones, squeezes him, and he quirps at her beck and call. How do we know this? Because we saw this in H3H3 interview, post Creator Clash 2, because she was giving idubbbz his marching orders on what he could talk about, what he couldn't talk about, and tell him, okay, yes, you could talk about these upcoming things. Yes, you can allude to there being a new content cop coming out, yada, yada, yada. I digress, on and on and on. This is nothing new that we don't know. However, Brandon Buckingham just dropped a video yesterday evening, and the name of this video is titled "Why idubbbz Banned Froggy Fresh Creator Clash 2 Interview with Sam Hyde." Now, we are not going to watch all 30 minutes of this video. What I will encourage you guys to do is to go watch this video. I watched it last night. It is very good. There are some appearances by some creators that we should all probably be aware of. So anyway, I want to watch the first little bit of this, kind of a little introduction and some of the interviews that was given with Sam Hyde and Froggy Fresh, and let's just get into it.
We got to get it straightened out here. What happened? What is idubbbz doing?
Froggy!
Instead of putting clothes on Anissa, he demands that the entire audience is blindfolded.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
The Buckingham show, Buckingham.
Creator Clash 2 is an influencer boxing event ran by the YouTuber idubbbz and his wife Anissa. Ian Joma, formerly known as Ian Kane, rose to fame with an edgy form of comedy under the alias idubbbz, notoriously saying the N-word at another YouTuber's fan meetup. And once said this in regards to the use of edgy words.
It's either all okay or none of it's okay.
idubbbz was
You remember that, guys? You remember the idubbbz of yesteryear, where it was either all okay or it's none okay, right? Remember that?
the content cop who popularized roasting people on the internet. Flash forward to 2023, and that same person who built their career off criticizing others personally banned Froggy Fresh from a charity event for making an innocuous joke about his wife's OnlyFans.
On April 15th, if I don't hurt you beyond what anybody could have imagined, I will be so disappointed in myself that I will subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans.
A topic that he has fervently claimed he is at peace with.
I love my girlfriend, and I'm totally fine with dudes jacking off to pictures of her on the internet.
Doesn't sound like he is.
Doesn't affect me one way or the other.
idubbbz. You have a lot of people being scared now to subscribe to your wife's OnlyFans just because
They don't want to be banned.
they don't want to be banned from the events.
Froggy Fresh, formerly known as Krispy Kreme, made a name for himself on YouTube by creating comedic rap songs that garnered millions of views. So for this episode, I travel out to Tampa, Florida to interview the attendees of Creator Clash 2 about the banning of Froggy Fresh and his trainer, Sam Hyde. But first, I sit down with Sam Hyde and Froggy Fresh to get their perspective on why they were banned from the event.
Cause it's a whole lot of gang shit, and this money ain't a goddamn thing, bitch. I got some trap homies we can hang with. First they pull a strap out, then they aim it.
Alright, let's start from the beginning here. Initially, how did you get involved in Creator Clash?
Ian messaged me on Instagram.
Was the start of your riff with Ian and Anissa when you started training with Sam, or was there anything before that?
I think the riff started when Sam retweeted me, and I got a call from Ian, like a call of concern. That was when the riff started.
So a Twitter retweet happened. Ian calls you. What goes down on that call?
Basically, in a nutshell, he was just like, hey, so I've seen some stuff on Twitter that's kind of concerning. What is your relationship with Sam Hyde? And I was like, it rubbed me the wrong way, like immediately. Like it felt like a police investigation. And then the phone call basically ended after a few minutes. I'm just explaining like, dude, I'm going to work with Sam Hyde.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break.
How did the training with Froggy Fresh come to fruition?
Froggy just hit me up, and
So pay real close attention to this next segment here, right? Because what Sam Hyde tells here is kind of flies in the face of everything that all these different creators that were, quote, boxing for Creator Clash 2, Creator Clash, some of the ones that returned for Creator Clash 2, were saying about how attentive, right? And how they were making sure that everybody was getting trained and how everybody was getting, make sure they were professionals and that they were learning what to do and how to, all that stuff. Remember how that was, Harley Each was really pushing that point about how Anissa was really just in touch constantly with the competitors and how she cares so much about them and so on and so forth, right? And making sure that they were doing everything that they needed to do to be safe, right? But listen to this next little section here. Let me back up just a smidgen here.
Training with Froggy Fresh come to fruition?
Froggy just hit me up, and he came out for a week. We did our little workouts. We spent the week together and had a really pretty good time. Very productive, in my opinion. He went back home and was canceled from the fight that he'd been training for 9 months or 8 months or whatever it was.
It seems a little bit confusing how he went from him training with you to getting banned.
They left Froggy Fresh out. They left him out to dry. They did not communicate with him. They were not helping him put together training. They were not checking in on him to make sure that shit was going well. There was just radio silence from the time that they got him signed to the time that he came here. It was just radio silence. If someone's career, brain health, etc. are on the line, none of that's acceptable. If I was putting together a fight promotion of any sort, I would be checking in at least weekly. Make sure this person's got the right coach, has a game plan, knows what they're getting into, has done sparring. But there was none of that. And then when Froggy Fresh came here and tweeted about it, he immediately gets a call from idubbbz saying, "How do you know Sam Hyde?" First thing is when he picks up the phone, "How do you know Sam Hyde?" That's crazy.
Subscribe.
So, maybe it's me. Maybe I don't, but we have to weigh things, right? When we hear stories and we hear people make these interviews, they do these interviews, right? Like we hear, we just heard with Sam Hyde. And then you listen to the interviews and stuff that, or the statements made by people like Harley Eats, or the interviews and stuff given by idubbbz and his wife, right? We have, you as a consumer of the content, you have to sit back, you have to say, okay, we have people here who are telling contradictory statements, right? Froggy Fresh says they were never really in touch with him. They really never talked to him, nothing. We have Sam Hyde saying they were not in contact with Froggy. They were not making sure that he was getting the right type of boxing training, that he was, that he was with, to make sure that he was learning not just how to box, but also how to protect himself, right? So that he would not suffer any types of injuries, right? So was this a deal where maybe Anissa and idubbbz were in contact with certain creators that they liked, right? But others that they really had, they really didn't, they just got them in there as a number, right? As someone who they thought, oh, this is someone whose height and body matches up against someone like a Chris Ray Gun, and might draw a few more butts in the seat. And I don't think maybe Ian and his wife really didn't understand what kind of a cult following that idubbbz had. And then you lump into the fact, that he goes to Sam Hyde to get trained, and then now we are looping in the Sam Hyde fans. I don't think, people speculate, oh, it's because he made, because when Froggy Fresh made the comment about if he could not, he made the little promo, the little riff that he was doing on Chris Ray Gunn, saying that, if he couldn't beat Chris Ray Gunn, he really couldn't hurt him, whatever, then, he would subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans, right? And people thought, oh, that's what it was, right? That's what got it, because I remember Anissa's mom came in and started making all those derogatory comments, claiming that he had brain damage, calling him an imp, just to say, just for a couple of things, right? So, but there's more evidence if you continue watching this. I guess you'd call it a documentary. This interview, this video that Brandon Buckingham has done here. You'll see that there's more stuff that comes out that really, really, really points more to the fact that Froggy Fresh went and trained with Sam Hyde. And to me, and to my reasoning, it all boils down to the fact that when idubbbz went down to do the interview on the heels of the Full Force documentary that he did with Airsoft Fatty, where he kind of went in, and let's just be quite honest about it. Some could say that he kind of was a little bit exploitive with Airsoft Fatty, right? But, has idubbbz always been a little bit exploitive? We used to kind of think idubbbz was this edgy creator, right? He made these really good content cops. He did these unboxings where he would say these really charged words, right? And he did the unboxing with the, I can't remember the guy's name, but there for a while, he was sending these boxes or whatever to the different creators, and it was a different Asian type, toys or snacks or, just junk, really, and idubbbz was opening them up and just kind of having fun with it, and it was entertaining. It was entertaining content. idubbbz was making some funny stuff. Some of it was a little edgy at times. It was, I enjoyed it. But now he's like, I don't know if, and this whole statement about how his wife was there during all these content cops and how she, wrote some of the scripts and helped with some of the scripts and stuff. I don't know. I mean, how do you go from being kind of one of the edgiest creators out there, along with Filthy Frank and Max Mofo, anything for views? How do you go from being one of that to this flaccid, just, I don't know. Whipped, I guess, just dominated by, it really seems like to me, it's like, from an outsider looking in, it's like when the wife came in, or now wife came in, she basically neutered it. And the idubbbz, the Ian that was idubbbz exists no more. I don't really buy it for a second that she was behind any of the scripts and stuff on those. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. He's the puppy of the relationship. You're probably right, Sean Reese. You're right. He's definitely, cuck behavior. Yeah. It's called selling out and being whipped. Yeah. I just hate to see it. I'll be honest with you. I hate to see it because I know there were people out there that didn't like idubbbz, didn't like Ethan, all that stuff. Ethan was okay, but idubbbz I enjoyed his stuff. And like when a content cop video dropped, it was like freaking Christmas, man. I would get so stoked about to see, okay, who is he calling out, you know? And you go back and you look, right? Some of the ones that he did videos on, right? Like Keemstar, that video was hilarious. The one he did on idubbbz or Leafy is Here, hilarious. The whole looking for his chin, right? Who else did he did one on? It's slipping my mind. Rice Gum, right? I mean, even the one of the first ones he did, which was on Jinxie, it was good. It was funny. I don't know. But anyway, let's continue on watching just a little bit more here.
To Anissa's OnlyFans.
So strike one was Sam Hyde retweeting you, and then was strike two saying that if you lost the fight, you would subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans?
I can only guess that. Like, I can only guess because they haven't said anything.
I do not understand how that is that offensive of a thing to say. There'd have to be a predisposed sensitivity about OnlyFans.
Right, and they've made an impression that it's acceptable, okay, Ian's okay with it, Anissa's okay with it. So when you set that tone,
I'm gay.
So do you think that the reason for Froggy Fresh's ban was the I'll subscribe to Anissa's OnlyFans if I lose, or because he was training with you, or an amalgamation of both?
I think it was a mix. He's kind of a shit starter. He's like he's a Florida guy. You can't tell someone from Florida not to do something. It's just not in the cards. Yeah, I would.
Is that true, Max? You're a Florida guy. Can someone tell you not to do something? Are you kind of a shit stirrer? Are you kind of, you know? I think you are. I think Sam may be right here about you Floridians.
I would imagine that's why I haven't talked to him about it, but I would imagine that's why he made the OnlyFans joke. But it's a joke, and she's not ashamed of her OnlyFans. So what's there to be ashamed of? He didn't say that she's a succubus with a foot wide hole. He didn't say anything about stretching her hole. He just said he was going to subscribe to her OnlyFans.
Sam, if I lose my next fight, I'm going to sign up for a season pass to Fish Tank Live.
Oh, that's a low blow, Brandon. You shouldn't subscribe to the thing that I'm not ashamed of, that I make money from.
So how did the thing with Anissa's mom come into the sphere?
Once I did the thing where I'm subscribed to Anissa's OnlyFans, Anissa's mom was literally on Twitter in a Twitter thread, openly.
Yeah, she says, I'm on my phone really moving and shaking today. Hope it's about replacing the imp. Yeah. Hope it's about replacing the imp. That's Anissa's mom.
Saying like I'm discussing me being kicked out of the event.
That's crazy. So Anissa's mom jumps out of the woodwork, starts insulting you, right? Like outright insulting you, not. Yeah,
remember, classic case of brain damage. Better have that looked at along with your obviously shrunken balls.
She's not alluding to anything. She's being directly insulting to you. You made a comment about idubbbz being a pimp or something, right?
Yeah, because she said I was an imp, and I was just like, it was just something stupid. I was just like, rather be an imp than a pimp.
Well, you're a rapper. You went to your rap roots. You said,
exactly.
I'm an imp, he's a pimp.
Yep,
Again,
yeah.
Not that offensive of a thing. And then what transpired after that?
It was either that night or the next night. I got a text from one of the event coordinators that was just like, hey, did you get your email? Basically. And I opened my email, and it was that termination contract. They're not going to put in the termination contract, we are terminating you because Anissa's upset about your joke. They're not going to do that. So they're going to say, what else can we say? Say he offended event sponsors.
Well, you know, it's funny because they're using these scapegoats. Last year, one of the reasons they said for Sam Hyde.
Okay, so that was what I was going to get. See what we go through here. Where's that? I was going to get to. Where's it at? Let me find it here. Where's it at? Thought it was right. Yeah, here we go.
So you guys love Sam more. Where idubbbz?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So do you guys know who these two are? These two clowns? You know who those are? Huh? That is the one and only Turkey Tom. That's the Turkey Tom, guys.
Yoko Ono, bro. It's got to be over. It's got to
Yeah.
be over.
Gotta get rid of the Yoko
Where's John
Ono.
Lennon?
handsome dude, isn't he? Isn't he a handsome dude? Look at him.
You want to be like John Lennon, idubbbz?
Fucking died, dude.
Don't go to New York, buddy.
You're kind of a hypocrite, aren't you? You say you disavow all your old videos and your old fans and everybody. This is what I want to know. How come all your old videos are up? How come they're still monetized? You're still making money off the N-word, the F-word. As a
Damn, dude is dropping hot takes, right? Yeah. It's a good question. If he's so embarrassed of that period of time, why does he still have those videos up? Why are they still monetized? Why is idubbbz still making money from them? Granted, I'm sure they're not, it's not a lot, I'm sure, but anyway. What? Zero. Hang on, Zero. Whoa. Dang, maggot. You're too hot for YouTube. I have to allow almost all of your comments. Wow. Damn. You guys are crazy. Anyway, listen. Go check out the rest of that video. It's very good. I highly recommend it. I cannot I recommend it enough to go check it out. Brandon did an awesome job with that video and covering everything. So we're going to wrap it up a little bit earlier because, like I said, I have to go to a doctor's appointment this morning. So let's go out there. Let's take a look at some things. Let's see what's available. Let's check it out. So Tommy back. Tommy put a video up. So go check that out. I think he's possibly, I think I heard somebody might stream again tonight. This one here, this Abba and Preach video, titled "He Found the Man Who." A dude's mom was murdered, and he found the dude and got vengeance. Okay, I'll say that. But what happens in this video with Abba and Preach and conversations that they have is very, very interesting. So go check that out. I found it very interesting. Let's see what else we have out here. Cavos has put, I've started this one. I got too sleepy last night and I couldn't finish out to finish it. But he says, Mr. Beast has fired Chris Tyson, insane aftermath. I don't think Mr. Beast has fired Chris Tyson. I've got to look more into that, but I think this may be a little, as they say, the clickbait. DeadOnDave it was really a fun, just high energy, just boom, boom, boom show last night on Dave's stream. Go check that out. If you missed that last night, it was really good. Of course, King Brick, he's still out here doing the commentary. He's still doing the fish tank. The dude is a mad lad. He is a mad lad. But go support, give him a little bit of course, there's others out here that are making quantum TV videos as well. Gar of the Rage, he put out a video, was put out about an hour ago. I haven't been able to see that yet. Optimus did a video. Remember, we kind of watched this, I think it was on stream yesterday, about the guy that kind of toyed, you guys all said it was kind of a setup, whatever, about the dude buying the Wendy's food in front of the homeless guy and didn't let him eat it. So Optimus has done a video on that. Let's see what else here. Clear as mud. I gotta push this a little bit. We had our first two contestants on Sunday, Eva and Seth. They did a phenomenal job, both of them. It is definitely going to be extremely hard to try to settle on this Sunday, starting at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We have the one and only Abby Blackbird. She will be followed up by Badwick, starting at about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I know that I know those two are working. I know they're researching, coming up with stories, and then of course the following week after that will be Rylan and Gigi, and then Banana and I will be making the announcement subsequently thereafter. So if you missed out on this one, go check it out. It was really good. Eva even turns on her cam. So if you weren't there for that, you missed Eva on cam. So you need to check that out, just for that sake. Now recording, put out a little edit. This was from a live stream that they'd done with Abby. Speaking of Abby Blackbird, and Skeletox, I think is how you say this dude's name. They had a little debate on the now recording. So that was entertaining. I didn't watch the edited version, but I did watch the full live stream. It was pretty good. Akio Rules has put out another Homeboys Got Deceits Part 3. I haven't watched this one yet, but Akio is systematically going through. Did you win? Well, see, people seem to think that you won, Abby. People seem to think that you did win on that one. She is systematically going through all of Edwin's streams, even ones that have either been unlisted and or removed, privated, whatever you want to call it. And she's taken Edwin to task. Edwin has been radio silent. We were supposed to have been given the quote video this past weekend. No video. Where's the video, Edwin? Come on. Hello. Something tells me we're not going to get a video. But I might be proven wrong. We'll see. T-Max says, I think now recording one, to be honest, but Abby did well. Oh, Lord. Here we go. All right. So listen, guys, go check all these guys out. Check out the content that they're creating. Tonight, Tuesday, it is Big Top Tuesday. We should have Somebody Loves You joining Dave over on DeadOnDave. Start time, I think, is around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should be back in time from the doctor's office to be there to run the boards. So really looking forward to that this evening. Listen, everybody, take care. Have a great day. Go out, encourage some of these creators, show them a little love. If you haven't subbed to some of these ones that I've mentioned today, consider subbing. They're good creators. I enjoy them. They entertain me. They make me laugh. Anyway, I will see you this evening. Or I won't see you. You'll hear me on DeadOnDave's show tonight. Like I say, should be around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Keep an eye on Twitter feeds for all that kind of stuff. I don't know. Hey, I think that's it. Yeah, we're out of here. Remember, guys, keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny papers.
Can't you see it in my face?